Hi everybody, long time no vid. I've been tagged by Vincenzo C. I hope I'm saying that right. We've been subbed to each other for quite a few years now and had a lot of good conversations back and forth, and he tagged me. So thank you very much for the tag. It's 5 top covers. Like everybody says, it's really difficult to pick out 5, but I just went through and tried to pick out artists that I really like. So we'll start out with my favorite, and that's John Romita. You know, what covers can you pick out? Spider-Man 53, 60, 69. Should I keep going? I just happened to come down to this one because looks like the tide's turning here on this one, and I just love it. I love covers that aren't too elaborate or don't have too many characters in them, too much going on. Sometimes they're good if they're done right, but for the most part, I love a picture like this. It's just simple, and it's just, to me, it's perfect. Covers like this are perfect. You don't need word balloons. You don't need a whole bunch of crap going on in there to show you what's going on in the book. I don't like ones where it's just a picture of the character and that's it, a close-up of his head, and then another one's he's swinging, another one's something else. I like where you look at the cover, you walk up to in the store and you go up to the spinner rack and you see this sitting there. You know what's going on, and it just jumps out at you. I just love it. Romita was my favorite by far. There's so many other ones that are great that I like too. I mean, who has just one artist that they like? But Romita just did it for me. I just loved the poses, the accuracy, the action. I don't know. There's just something about his artwork that I just love. So there's one of about 50 covers I could have picked. Next one, Sal Buscema. Always liked his artwork, no matter where he was, whatever title he was doing, whether it was Captain America or the Defenders or the Avengers or whatever he was on. I just liked his style. It's kind of similar, I guess, to Romita. It's similar to Kirby. Just something about it that I like. It's not overdrawn. I always loved his Captain America. I thought his Captain America was great. Almost picked out some of his covers on Captain America, but I've always liked this one. Great run on the book. This little arc that they had, really cool. A lot of good things happen in it, and just love it. So that one just, as I'm going through my books trying to pick one out, that one just jumped out at me. Next one, Barry Windsor-Smith. There is a lot of detail in this cover, but again, it's 2 or 3 characters. You know what's going on. I absolutely love the colors. I love all the detail in the background that doesn't take away from the characters in the foreground. It's just this is just, they're up in the air and he's holding on for dear life and the girl's holding on to him, and you can see how high they are, and it's just the tower there is shimmering, and it's just the colors just jump out at you, and the black against the red against the yellow and the green, and it's just gorgeous. Absolutely love that cover. Definitely when I first heard I was tagged, this one was the first one that came to mind, because I knew in the Conan run this would be one that I would pick, because Barry Smith was always one of my favorite artists. Now we got to get into Kirby, right? I actually picked out 2. This one was a great story arc. Couldn't wait to see what was going to happen, how it was going to finish up. And when you get to the other covers, and then in the run, there's like it was 3 or 4 issues long, I think. You get to this one, you see this, and it's like, wow, what it's just so simplistic. I mean, there's Thor, who's supposed to be able to beat everybody, and there's this gigantic hand grabbing him, and he looks like he's lost, and there's guys dead in the background, and again, it's the red and the yellows, and to me, just a striking image of this huge hand coming down and grabbing him, claw, paw, whatever you want to call it. But just love that cover. It just jumps out at me, and that's Kirby. I think Kirby's work is, what made him unique was not so much in this cover, but on a lot of the other artwork that he did. He had a unique ability to draw in 3D. No matter how he drew things, they looked correct even though they weren't. Now this one is not a good example of that, but this one is. I actually took a picture of this and put it on my desktop on my PC, and as I stared at it over and over and over every time my computer's turning on, if you look at the Silver Surfer, I mean, his arms are too long and the muscles don't look right, and his feet are tiny, and it just isn't. There's so many things there that aren't right, but it's action. You know, it's just Kirby could just do that with two people or two characters in there, and it just, again, jumps off the cover at me. A lot of his stuff, it comes off the page right into your face, and it just, in a very good way, it assaults you from a comic book standpoint, I guess. But so hard to pick out, 5 covers out of all of them. But as most of you know, I just collect in the silver and the bronze, and mainly everything here was silver, I guess, except for the Avengers, you could say. But this is just a striking cover. The black, or the purple background, and he doesn't really have much in the background. There's a tiny bit of a city, the skyline, but it really isn't needed. You don't need to put anything else there. But this, you go to this was a little bit before my time, but you go and you pick this up, and you know what's going on in a book, and you're just like, wow, how come the two of them are fighting, and look what's going on, and it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that's my 5 covers. I would like to tag AFTA Comics, in case you haven't been tagged yet. If you have, I guess my little tag ends right here. And just one more thing about Kirby. This is from the, hope we can see this good, History of Comic Books by Jim Steranko. And this is just awesome. And that's what I mean about Kirby coming right at you. I mean, Captain America's jumping off the page, and there's this guy in the foreground, and all the action going on, and even though there's a lot going on there's your central figure, and it's coming right at you. It's jumping off the page, and it's like you can just reach out and touch it. It's just awesome. I don't need color. You don't need word balloons. You don't need, there's my feet. You don't need anything but that. He's just so good. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully one of these days I'll have a haul video out. I bought a few comics over the summer, but not too many. I'm going to wait till I get a bunch, and then I'll put out a video. Take it easy.